chip. It's the Wildcats and the Wolves. Brady and Jones will battle for the opening tip. And it will go towards Enterprise, and they have the basketball first, working to the left in the white. Quick three on the way from Hunt is missed long, and a rebound pulled in by Ty Jones of South Summit and the Wildcats. Working the ball down the floor. Griffin gets into the lane, kicks it out, ball batted out of bounds by Jake Jones. And it will be Enterprise. Original signal was going towards Enterprise, but clearly South Summit, and they correct the call. Should be Wildcat basketball, and inbounding is Bracken Santos. Santos on the baseline. Throws it to Jones. Scoreless game, opening possession for South Summit, and the Wildcats have Santos up high. Left to Griffin. Back to Jones. Crossing over, jumper outside the elbow, too strong, and it's a rebound for Isaac Wallen. Both teams come up empty on their opening possession, and it's Enterprise on the other end, and Enterprise throws it away. Jake Jones trying to find Wallen and just goes right by Wallen and out of bounds, an unforced turnover by Enterprise. Appreciate you viewing this game live with the help of Centricom Channel 10, powered by them and provided as well by Deseret News and KSL. Going into the lane is Brady. The put-up is no good. And a rebound for Isaac Wallen. He dishes to Hunt across the timeline. 1 minute into the game, still 0-0 for both teams. The consolation final. Bounce to the right side to Ramos. He'll hold it up high, take a couple dribbles. Now down low in the key, turn around. Coden Hunt drops it in. The field goal for Coden for two in the lane. And it's 2-0, Enterprise on top. Ty Jones, right wing, finds a screen. Tries to come in angle but can't. And the ball comes back to him. On the perimeter is Matt Brady. Over to Griffin on the elbow. Couple dribbles, one step, picks it up, goes back. Now again on the elbow is Brady. Cross-court pass to Atkinson for three, and that one's long, no good. Volleyball on the rebound. Ty Jones comes out with it. Extra possession for South Summit. Driving in is Santos, and Santos is going to be called for the double dribble. Jake Jones on the defensive end, and it will be a turnover at Enterprise basketball. 6:13 to play, and it's Enterprise with a 2-point lead. Enterprise in the whites, South Summit in the gray. Left side with the dribble is Hunt. Dumps it off to Doherty. Back up top is Hunt. Dribbles around the horn. Bounces into the block. Hunt, spin around. Hook shot, no good. And it will be rebounded by Santos. Bracken will push the ball down the floor. Outlet pass. Able to find left side. Griffin for three. Splash it through. Jason Griffin, the triple. And it's 3-2, South Summit on top. On the other end is Ramos. Tries to pass left to Wallen. Ball loose. Picked up by Enterprise. Now Wallen. Clean out three. Around the rim and no good. Santos will rebound for the Wildcats. Ball batted. Knocked out of bounds off of Ramos. Stays with South Summit. And Enterprise's Connor Phelps will make his first appearance in the game, coming in for Ramos. Inbound play. Left side. Matt Brady, the big man, launches a three. That one's going to be too long. Missed, and Enterprise will get the rebound for Connor Phelps. 5:08 to play, 3-2. Enterprise trailing, but with the basketball. South Summit on the defensive end. Bounce left side to Hunt. Give it down low, and the shot is in by Travis Doherty in the paint. And the lead back to Enterprise. The Wolves up by 1, 4-3. Still not a foul in the game as Santos comes in the lane, puts up a floater, flicks it up, and the lead back to South Summit, 5-4. Connor Phelps, spin on the perimeter, picks up the dribble, bounce to the elbow. Jones with it. Jake will have a couple dribbles, now kick it back out to Phelps. Back to Jones, again the elbow. Hands off to Phelps, and there's going to be an offensive whistle against Enterprise. Jake Jones will pick that one up. And the first foul of the game goes to Jones. 4:20 to play. Still in the first period. It's a 5-4 lead advantage Wildcats over the Wolves right now. Bracken Santos dribbles between his legs, comes around left side, finds Ty Jones up top, and he goes quickly to Atkinson. And Zach will give it back to Santos. Good dribbling by Santos. Drive in, kick down on the baseline to Griffin. His shot off the glass short, gets his own rebound. Put up is in that time. A rebound and a putback for Griffin, and Jason has 2, 7-4. 5 points for Jason in the early goings of the game. Enterprise looks to answer. Phelps loses control of the dribble, picks it right back up in the corner, feeds down to Doherty. Doherty, the hook shot, it's perfect. Lead back to 1, 7-6. Griffin wants another 3. Give him another 3, his second of the game. And it's 10-6. Griffin, who's been so good inside, has now hit 2 threes from the perimeter. And it's a 4-point game. Enterprise has Phelps on the other end, finds a seam, goes to the hole, lays it up short, no good. Ty Jones will rebound. On the other end, in transition, North Severe can't convert. Put back by Brady is no good, but there is a whistle, and we'll likely see 2 shots here. Matt Brady to the line to take these, 6'4" junior. South Summit in the early goings of this game is up by 4, 10-6. 2:59 to play in the first. 2 team fouls for Enterprise, no fouls at this point for South Summit. Lead extended to 5. Ricky Ramos back into the game for Enterprise. And also checking in for South Summit is going to be Mason Gines. .259 to play. Here's the second of 2 free throws. That one's short off the front rim. Rebound by Jones. Phelps with the dribble on the Snow College S. Just inside the half-court line. Comes left, picks up the dribble, keeps his pivot foot, spins around. Ty Jones on the defensive pressure, outlets to Doherty, ball loose. Doherty picks it up, goes left side. Now up top against Isaac Wallen. Jones on the perimeter wing, right. Wallen loses the control of the basketball, and South Summit picks it up. Santos has it stolen and knocked out of bounds from behind by a diving Connor Phelps. Good hustle by Phelps to knock that one out. And it's going to be an inbound play for South Summit. The Wildcats will have Mason Gines throw this in. Bounce, good play on the inbound to Matt Brady. An easy field goal for Brady. And the lead is now up to 7, 13-6. 2:12 to play in the first. Still not a foul for South Summit, only 2 on Enterprise. Wolves with the basketball. Right corner, Wallen finds a seam, drives into the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Foul, Wallen to the line. Whistle will go towards Jason Griffin. That will be his first personal and first team foul for the Wildcats. Shot is away, and the lead is cut down to 6, 13-7. And now the lead is 5, 13-8. Off of 2 free throws from the line. Crossed half court on the crossover comes Gines. Drives in the lane, ball stolen by Phelps. Enterprise basketball, 1:47 to play in the first. Jones left wing. Dribbles to the left. Back to Doherty. He's going to try and drive. Can't. Back out Jones. Extra pass. Can't get the 3 off as Ramos. Takes a couple dribbles. Now picks it up. Back to Doherty on the elbow, and he is fouled. Well before the shot. So Doherty will be fouled, and that'll only be the second team foul. So just an inbound play here for Enterprise. Tanner Anderson will come in for South Summit. Enterprise to throw this one in. They try and go to Doherty, but the defense is there. 2 players collide and go down. Both of them able to hop up. That's Jones and both the Joneses actually. Ty Jones for South Summit, Jake Jones for Enterprise. Enterprise will have it on another inbound, other side of the backboard. Phelps in the corner. Drives in to the hole. Phelps off the glass, too strong but fouled. And Connor Phelps will go to the line, and he'll have 2 free throws. The foul is given to Bracken Santos. I believe that's just his first, and it is. But 3 team fouls now for South Summit with 1:26 to play in the first. Chance for Phelps if he can hit both of these to cut the lead down to a 1-possession game. First will roll around and pop out, no. Into the game, Coden Hunt and Joe Shirtliff for Enterprise. Subbing out is Isaac Wallen and Jake Jones. Second free throw is also missed. Rebounded by Matt Brady. Quickly to Gines across the half court. Still a 2-possession game, 5-point lead for South Summit. The Wildcats up 13-8. Tanner Anderson and will go to Santos. Dribbles between his legs, nothing there, so we'll come around the left side. And a steal by Ramos on the other end. Ramos goes up, misses the reverse layup, but the cleanup by Phelps is no good, but a foul. And Phelps will go down, and Connor will get 2 more shots from the line here. The foul will be given to Gines. First free throw is good. Lead is cut down to 4. 1 more for Connor, and that one's good. Make it a 1-possession game, 53 seconds to play, 13-10. 14 fouls for the Wildcats. They picked up 4 in a row, 2 right now for the Enterprise Wolves. Gines again across the timeline. To Ty Jones. The wing, Santos baseline. Matt Brady on the perimeter. Cross court to Gines. Clock hits 27 seconds. Trying to feed it in, and is batted by Connor. But South Summit able to bring it in. Jumper elbow is too strong, no good. Rebounded by South Summit. They have an extra possession with 17 seconds. Feed left side, able to find Tanner Anderson. 6 seconds. Gines holds it left. Bracken with 3 seconds takes 1 dribble. Long 2 on the way. The buzzer is no good. Rebounded by Enterprise, and after 1 period of play, it's 13-10 with Enterprise trailing South Summit in the 2A Boys Consolation Championship. Action that has already taken place today here at the Sevier Valley Center. It started with the 2A Girls Consolation Final with South Summit upsetting North Summit 44-32. Lady Wildcats able to pull off the win by 12, and they finish in 5th place this morning on the girls' side. And then we flip over to the boys for the consolation final with Parowan and Layton Christian. And Layton Christian able to hold off Parowan. They win that game, I believe, 57-54. And then just the game prior to this, it was the consolation championship with North Sevier and the Lady Wolves against the Manti Lady Templars. And North Sevier won that by 22, 53-31. And North Sevier will finish in 3rd place on the girls' side. The winner of this game will finish in 3rd place. And then after this game, it's state championship basketball with Delta taking on Kanab in the girls' championship game at about 5 o'clock, and then Emory against Manti in the boys' championship game at about 7 o'clock. Start of the second period here, 13-10. South Summit ahead and with the basketball. 4 team fouls once again for the Wildcats, 3 for the Wolves. Andren able to find Santos, couple dribbles, now gets rid of it. Ty Jones up top. And a spread offense here for the Wildcats to open the quarter. Gines comes angle, splits the deep, puts up the jumper, too strong. The bat in is missed by Matt Brady, and he'll be called with over the back. Push on Brady, and it's Enterprise basketball. Still 13-10. Opportunity now for Enterprise to tie this one up, or at least pull within 1. Shurtleff on the perimeter, goes to Doherty. Back to Hunt. Oh, he had wide open underneath Shurtleff, but the pass is late. He does go to Shurtleff. Shurtleff will get the shot off and will be fouled. And Shurtleff will go to the line. But Coden Hunt just a full second late on that pass. Just didn't see him cut in. Shurtleff, the first free throw is no good. We'll see Michael Doherty check into the game for North Sevier. He'll come in for Ricky Ramos. That was a 6-team foul for South Summit. Second personal given to Matt Brady. And Jason Griffin is checking back in. He'll come in for Ty Jones. Second of 2 free throws on the way and will not drop. Hit everywhere but the bottom of the net. Rebounded by South Summit. 0 for 2 from the line for Enterprise on that possession. Santos finds a seam, drives a block, but a foul. They'll get him with the body because it looked like it was a clean block up high by Joe Shurtleff, but the body contact will give him the foul. So to the line is Bracken Santos. 2 shots here for Santos. The first is good. 7:06 to play in the second. Lead extended back to 4. Back in the game is Jake Jones and Isaac Wallen for Enterprise. They come in for Phelps and Shurtleff. Here's the second of 2 attempts from the line for Santos. No good. Jake Jones on the rebound, and the lead is 4 in favor of the Wildcats. Wolves basketball. Wallen, left wing. Stolen on the pass by Gines. Gines dribbles behind his back, and he'll be fouled. In transition, working against Michael Doherty. And that will be the fourth team foul on Enterprise. So not really a bad foul by Doherty. It's going to save a possible field goal, and it'll force an inbound play. They quickly go to Griffin, and he can't hit it. Rolls around the rim. It comes out. So now the foul looks even better by Doherty. Saved him 2 points. 3 on the other end for Jones is too long. It'll be saved. Nope, out of bounds. Off of South Summit. Santos tried to save it, not able to in time. 16 fouls for South Summit, 4 against Enterprise. Wolf basketball on the perimeter. They have Jones, drives into the lane, puts up a shot, floats it off the backboard and sinks it in, and the lead is cut to 2. Matt Brady will hit the jumper from the free throw line. A little spin around jumper. The big guys have been hitting it from distance for South Summit in this game. 6:12 to play in the second period. 16-12, 4-point advantage for the Wildcats. Doherty, perimeter. Passes right to the other Michael Doherty. Jake Jones, a couple dribbles, back to Michael. Enterprise will switch the offensive set here from the side. Now driving in Jones and loses control of the basketball. Out of bounds and South Summit possession. Brandon Danzy will check into the game for South Summit. And he will give Santos a breather. Inbound play to Gines. Gines will work against Michael Doherty across half court. And the ball is loose, out of bounds, I believe last touched by Enterprise, and it is. As the 2 number 23s battling down the floor, Michael Doherty and Mason Gines. 1-point game. Griffin, right corner, has a couple dribbles, picks it up, gets rid of it, up top to Anderin. Cross-court pass, long 3, no good. Missed by Danzy, and it will be a 4-point advantage still for South Summit, other end Enterprise. Feed down low, backdoor pass, but a foul. No shot. It's just going to be a foul against Michael Doherty, and he will get 1-1. 7th team foul for South Summit with 5:11 to play before halftime. On the line is Michael Doherty. 1-1, he gets 2 if he can hit the first one. That was the first personal foul given to Brandon Danzy of South Summit. Free throw is missed. Rebound Gines. Across half court, South Summit whistle. And I believe they'll get Michael Doherty on the reach-in foul. That will be the 5th team foul against Enterprise. Wolves trailing by 4. Second personal foul on Michael. Inbound play on the perimeter. Griffin another 3, and in and out, almost went in. The rebound is pulled in by South Summit, and then we'll get tied up with Jake Jones. No, Jones will get called for the foul instead. Brandon Danzy was in good position for the rebound and draws the foul against Jones. 5:03 to play in the second, still 16-14, and still Wildcat basketball. Griffin up high to Matt Brady. Back to Andren. Coming in right, Gines, pull up jumper elbow, too strong, no good. Jones rebounds. Enterprise on the offensive possession, trailing by 4. Wallen, baseline, shut down. Comes back out to Doherty. Now a jumper in the lane, no good. And a rebound by Michael Doherty. Credited, though, or the rebound for Travis Doherty and the 2 points, but credit Michael Doherty, who came in and stole the rebound out of a South Summit player, and it fell right into the hands of Travis. 2 Dohertys working together to cut the lead down to 2. Wildcat on the other end, and it's stolen away by Michael. Michael one-on-one to the lane, and count it. Tie ball game at 16 all. 4 minutes to play before halftime. Doherty the steal and 2. 17 fouls right now for South Summit, 6 on Enterprise, so both teams will be shooting for the rest of the half. Jumper outside the lane is just missed by Matt Brady, and Enterprise with the rebound has a chance to take the lead here in a tie game. Jake Jones, right to Hunt. Will pivot around, comes in corner, feeds baseline, and a travel is what they're going to call on Coden Hunt. Number of players checking into the game for both teams here. Still 16-16, 3:32 to play in the second. Enterprise will switch up defensively and will pressure on the inbound and then back off. Across half court comes Beasley for South Summit. Feed it down low, and Griffin is fouled on the shot. No good, but Griffin will get 2. That will be the 7th team foul against Enterprise. The first personal foul on Isaac Wallen. And now Griffin on the line with 2 shots. This to give the Wildcats the lead. And it is a 1-point lead. Reminder right after the game, it's the state championship matchup in the girls' side of the bracket. Delta taking on Kanab. Second free throw, that one's good as well. 2 for 2 from the line on that trip for Jason. And it's 18-16 with Enterprise now trailing by 2. South Summit on the defensive end. Both teams with 7 apiece, 7 fouls apiece. Isaac Wallen dribbles, finds Santos, launches the 3 down the barrel off the mark right side. Rebounded by Zachary Koopmans, and the putback by Zach is in. Koopmans the rebound and 2 coming off the bench. Tied up at 18. Danzy will cross over across the timeline. Griffin drives in, has the ball stripped. It's a 2-on-2. Ramos with the basketball will slow down, kick out left side to Wallen. Wallen comes in, baseline hard, and gets it to drop in. Came angle, got to the base, and then dropped it in for 2, and it's a 4-0 run and the lead for Enterprise. Other end is Beasley, feeds it to Griffin, and Griffin, so good down low, has a great touch, and lays it in off the glass to tie it up at 20. Enterprise in the white, South Summit in the gray. 2:14 to play before half in a 20-20 game. Connor Phelps drives hard and will be fouled. No shot. A shot, but that shot is not good. And you'll see Connor Phelps go to the line for 2 shots. Beasley will pick up the personal foul. That's his first personal. 18 fouls right now against South Summit. No players in foul trouble. They're spreading out the fouls. A couple players with 2 at this point, but that's it here late in the second. And we see Joe Shirtliff check back into the game. He'll come in for Jake Jones of Enterprise. Phelps, second free throw is good, and the lead back to Enterprise after 2 made free throws, 22-20. Beasley will have the dribble across half court. Down low on the block. Beasley, kick out, shot fake, drive in, now a long jumper, missed by Atkinson, rebound by Enterprise with 1:45 to play in the half. Shirtliff to Phelps. Now left side Shirtliff again, drives to the free throw line and will travel. Took a hop, step or 2 after that. Still an Enterprise lead, but the South Summit basketball. 1:32 to play in the second, 22-20. Wildcat basketball working with 123. Ball tipped, stolen, and almost out of bounds, but it will go. Last touch by the Wildcats, and Enterprise will get the basketball. Right side is Wallen for the Wolves, up top to Phelps. Flips it over Ramos, back to Phelps. Work the perimeter offense is Enterprise. Looking inside, but not much there as of now. And they throw it away ahead of Ramos, and he can't get to the ball. It just goes out of bounds. And it will be South Summit basketball now. The Wildcats trailing by 2 with less than a minute to play before halftime. 59 seconds on the clock. 18 fouls for South Summit, 17 fouls for Enterprise in a 22-20 game. Inbound to Caden Atkinson. Goes back to Beasley. And now Griffin, elbow. Atkinson for 3. Short. Rebound is going to be taken away, and it will be South Summit basketball. An extra possession with 42 seconds to play. Griffin tries free throw line. Now with 3 on the way from Atkinson, and that one's missed. Rebounded by Zach Koopmans. 31 seconds for Enterprise, and they may just hold and try and go for the last shot of the half here with a 2-point lead. Ramos up high. Wallen now. He holds it, needs to take a dribble, instead just passes. Phelps, clock is down to 12. Ramos, 7, Enterprise ready to make their move. Wallen with 5 seconds. Up top is Phelps, 3, Wallen, 2. He's got to get the shot, does it, the buzzer, and can't. Good defensive stop for South Summit. And going into the locker room at halftime, it's 22-20, Enterprise ahead of South Summit in the 2A Boys Consolation Championship game.
Please welcome to the floor the Enterprise drill team. gentlemen, if you have a white Toyota pickup, your lights are on, your license plate number is 36C5EJ. Your lights are on. I've had a few people come and tell me that.
And welcome back. Coming out of halftime is 22-20 Enterprise over South Summit after one half of play in the Consolation Championship. Third place finish in the state tournament on the line for these two teams. Some first half numbers for you. For Enterprise, they shot 8 of 18 from the field, 44%, but missed every three-pointer. 0 for 6, 6 from 11 from the line at 54%. Leading scores for Enterprise with 6 points is Travis Doherty. For the South Summit Wildcats, 7 of 24 and only 29% from the field for the Wildcats, 2 of 7 from distance and 67% out of 4 of 6 from the free throw line. 12 points, game leader is Jason Griffin for South Summit. Coming out of the break and beginning of the third period, it is going to be Enterprise basketball. In the white, South Summit in the gray. Perimeter ball movement. Jones fakes a three, drives in, kick out baseline. Doherty around the arch they go again. Back to Doherty, launches a three, and that will be short on the long shot. Rebounded by the Wildcats, and South Summit will have it and will be fouled coming down the floor by Isaac Wallen. That will be the first foul of the half. Second personal foul on Wallen. So inbounding here is going to be South Summit. And to throw this in is going to be Matt Brady in the backcourt. Gines will have it across the timeline in a 2-point game. Good feed to Griffin, and Griffin can't convert, but there is a block call. That one almost went in. The block call going to Ramos, and Griffin will get 2 from the line. Actually, sorry, it wasn't Griffin on the drive. It was Matt Brady, and Brady will get these shots from the line. Free throw is good for Matt, makes the lead 22-21. One more coming for him. Second is good as well, tied up at 22. Enterprise with the basketball. Ramos across half court, working against Gines. Down low to Doherty. Hook it in, but it rolls out. Rebounded by Gines, and it will be South Summit basketball. Wildcats down the floor. Pass left to Griffin. Now to Jones, crosses over, separation. Jumper on the way for Brady. That one's missed, but the long rebound pulled in by Gines, and the Wildcats get an extra possession. Griffin makes a move, goes to the hole, puts up the shot. Too strong, no good. Gets his own rebound, and the putback is not there again. Couple missed looks for Griffin, and he will go to the line for 2 shots now. First personal will be given to Travis Doherty, his first personal. 3 team fouls already in this half for Enterprise. None right now for South Summit. The first free throw is good, and the Wildcats have opened up with 3 straight points, all of them coming from the line. Second free throw is also good. A 4-0 run, all free throw shots for South Summit, and it's 24-22. Here comes inside ball movement. Jumper in the lane is dropped in from Coden Hunt. Ramos on the assist. South Summit quickly going down the floor and up and in. Bracken Santos with the answer as they push the floor, and the lead remains 2 in favor of South Summit, 26-24. Enterprise with the ball back down on the other way. Ramos tries to feed to Doherty, picks it up, dribble, puts the shoulder down, goes in the paint, airballs a hook shot, pulled in by Enterprise off the rebound, back out to Jones. Doherty on the perimeter. Spins around, gets on the block, splits the D, shot is up, and no, but Doherty is fouled. No, he travels. They'll call him on the travel, and it will go back the other way, South Summit possession. South Summit slowly down the floor. Lazy pass and stolen by Wallen. Led it perfect, and Wallen 2 points off the steal to tie it up at 26. South Summit now tied with Enterprise. Wildcats with the basketball, working around the edge. Kick out, open 3 for Gines. Left wing, too strong. And Doherty will rebound, and there will be a South Summit foul. Push foul is the call. Griffin will pick up the foul. That's his 3rd personal. So Jason with a few fouls to watch out for coming down the stretch. 5:12 to play in the 3rd. Only the first team foul against South Summit in the half. Enterprise still sitting with that 3, and it's 26 all. Bounce to the elbow. Spin around. Jones. Now Doherty, Ramos. Bounce back to the elbow. Hand off to Ramos to the lane. Ramos' right hand on the left side is good. Well executed with 4:41 to play in the 3rd, and 2-point lead. On the other end again, pushing the floor is Bracken Santos on the layup. And it's tied back at 28. Santos kicks out to Jones for 3, and the splash for Jones. 31-28 Enterprise. Wildcats has Ty Jones on their end. Griffin on the perimeter. Up high, open look, Matt Brady for 3, and the big man misses from distance and goes out of bounds. Brandon Danzy will check into the game for South Summit. He'll come in for Gines. Enterprise basketball, as back into the game is Coden Hunt. He subs in for Ramos. 4:08 to go, still in the 3rd period. 1/4 of basketball left. The consolation championship round. Inbound play. Hunt not able to get up with the shot. Back out to Phelps. Now Hunt up high. Hunt to the wing. Bounce down low. Jones, good move to the hole and just hangs off the front rim and no good. Rebounded by Enterprise. Again, the push the ball down the floor. Jones can't get the shot off. A little behind the basket, but it did a good job on the kick out. Now a three is splashed in the corner. Brandon Danzy, the triple from deep. And we're tied again at 31. Phelps dribbles right hand. Guarded by Ty Jones of South Summit. Bounce down low on the block. Shot is too strong for Doherty. Wallen on the rebound. Can't hit the putback. Doherty gets the rebound. He goes up and he can't hit it either. The ball's loose out of bounds off of Matt Brady, and it will stay with Enterprise. Even though it was off of South Summit, and I feel good that those two shots didn't go down on the good looks from Enterprise as Joe Shurtleff checks back into the game for Jake Jones. Still 31-31. Enterprise to throw this one in. Almost stolen by South Summit, and it is stolen there. Bodies go to the floor. South Summit on the transition with numbers. Ty Jones with the bucket assist from Mason Gines. And the lead back to the Wildcats now, 33-31. Enterprise around the perimeter. And a tussle here with South Summit. Doherty fakes the three, dribbles to Wallen. Wallen to Phelps. Still a low fouling game. 3 right now for Enterprise, 1 for South Summit. Wallen jumper in the lane, drop it in, and tied up again at 33. Gines, and backcourt violation as Gines tried to throw it behind him to Santos and can't save it. And backcourt violation gives the ball right back to Enterprise. Officials are meeting at center floor to discuss what needs to happen. I believe they just called a backcourt violation or a carry. And the explanation to the side. Michael Doherty comes in for Enterprise. Coden Hunt to throw this in. Goes to Phelps in the backcourt. Tie game 33-33. 2 minutes to play in the third. Phelps feeds to Shurtleff. Back to Phelps. Comes in baseline, loses the ball batted out from behind and out of bounds. Ty Jones with a defensive play, swatted it from behind. Enterprise keeps it possession on their end of the floor. Michael Doherty throws it in to Travis, batted and stolen by South Summit. They push the ball down the floor. Giants to the rim and score it. Fake to pass left and just take it in. Drop it off the glass. It's a 2-point lead for the Wildcats. Top of the floor is Enterprise. 1:25 to play in the third period. Michael passes left to Hunt. Coden will hold it. Now take a couple dribbles to the free throw line, flicks it over, and there will be a whistle there against South Summit. It'll be a foul on Griffin, and he has 4. And he will be in foul trouble here late in the third and will come out of the game. Nick Beasley will check in for him, subbing in for Ty Jones. Also, Andren just subbed in for South Summit. Inbound play to Shurtleff, goes to the rim, missed it off the glass, rebounded by Santos, and Santos throws the ball diving across half court, stolen away, all alone on the other end. Missing the layup was Michael Doherty, and South Summit will have it on the other side. 56 seconds to play in the third, South Summit by 2. Atkinson, left side to Beasley, back to Santos. 46 seconds. Santos makes a move. Good feed down low. Reverse layup is missed by South Summit. And rebounded by Enterprise. Beasley on the miss. 36 seconds to play in the third period. 35-33. Clock is down to 30 seconds. 3 fouls for Enterprise, 2 fouls for South Summit. Enterprise will spread the offense a little here. Try and take the time off the clock to take the last shot of the quarter. 15 seconds. Phelps holds the basketball as the clock ticks to 10. Phelps on the perimeter. 7 seconds. Now Phelps is going to have to make a move. Goes to his left to Shirtliff. Now inside jumper Shirtliff at the buzzer. Missed it. And after 3, it's 35-33. Enterprise is trailing now against South Summit by 2. Immediately following this game, our live coverage of the state championship matchups will begin. First, the girls, Delta, Kanab, for all of it. That game scheduled to tip off at 5 o'clock. And then after that game, it's the boys' championship game. That will be between Manti and Emory. And of course, the coverage for those two state championship games continues on Centricom Channel 10, providing the video stream today, and also given to KSL and Deseret News. Local radio coverage for those two games as well, for Kanab, Delta, Manti, Emory. 8 minutes to go in this quarter. South Summit got to this point as a number 2 seed out of Region 16. Beat Major Prep 68-34 in the play-ins. Knocked off Parowan in the quarterfinals, but then lost to Emory yesterday by 10. Enterprise, meanwhile, is coming out of as a 3 seed out of the 13 region, beating North Sevier by 3 in the play-ins. Lost to beat Layton Christian in the quarters, and then lost to Manti yesterday in the semis. After the break, Wildcat basketball, but a steal by the Wolves. Connor Phelps to the rim off the steal and give it to him. Tie it back up at 35-35. 7:45 to play in the game. Ball batted again by Enterprise. They're trapping at half court. This time South Summit able to get the ball back. Santos up high. Defense drops back into the zone. 7:31 to play in this ball game. Ball movement around the perimeter. Santos left side, cross court pass, open look 3 by Gines is missed. Actually, it's Danzy on the missed shot. Rebound by Enterprise in a tie game. Phelps to the 3-point line, slows down, goes to Wallen. Wallen on the elbow. Pass behind him, Jones. Back to Wallen. Open, takes a 3. Too strong off the back iron, rebounded by Santos. Outlet pass in transition, one-on-one to the rim and a foul, a hard foul, and that's going to be a call against Enterprise. And going to the line for free throws is Brandon Danzy. Jake Jones will get the foul and make Danzy earn this from the line. Third personal foul on Jake. 4th team foul for Enterprise, 2 team fouls in this game for South Summit in this half, rather. The first free throw will give the lead back to South Summit. Back into the game comes Ty Jones and Matt Brady for the Wildcats. Also back in is Coden Hunt for Enterprise. Second free throw also good, and it's a 2-point game. It's been back and forth all half. In fact, all game. Been within 2 or 3 the entire stretch. Multiple lead changes. Jumper baseline, no good. Ball stolen away on the baseline. Outlet to Ty Jones. All alone on the other end. Ty Jones will score, and it's the largest lead of the game for South Summit, 39-35. Timeout taken by South Summit. This is a 30-second timeout. Again, South Summit only shooting 29% in the first half. That's increased here in the second half. Taking on Enterprise, and it's been a tight game since the opening tip. This 4-point lead Seems like a big one at this point in the game for South Summit. Very rarely has it been a two-possession game. In fact, I believe this is tied for the largest lead of the game. Again, 4 team fouls for Enterprise, 2 team fouls for South Summit. Wildcats and the Wolves in this consolation championship game. Whoever's able to come out on top after this one is over will get third place. It will be Enterprise basketball, full length of the court in front of him. Ricky Ramos back into the game, and he'll have the dribble across the timeline at the Sevier Valley Center on the Snow College Richfield campus. Ramos bounces right to Wallen, tries to go inside, and a foul down low by Bracken Santos, fouling Jake Jones. It's only the third team foul for South Summit. Wallen will throw this one in. Bounce inside to Doherty. One dribble, kick out to Santos. Or Ramos, rather. Ramos has it still on the perimeter. 6:18 to play in the game. Pass to the right. Drive in. Jumper. Too strong off the back iron. And a jump ball call off the rebound as Jones and Matt Brady were both fighting for it. Possession arrow favors Enterprise, so they get the ball back here. Wallen to throw this one in. Hits Doherty in the corner. Hunt, high. Back Wallen. Takes a few dribbles to the elbow. Around to Ramos. Back Wallen. Feed down low on the block to Doherty. And there's going to be a defensive foul against South Summit. It's going to be a holding call against Bracken Santos. And he's picked up a couple quick ones here. That's his third personal foul. 14 fouls apiece now. Enterprise again to inbound. Time's running out. Got to throw it in, and they do. Hit Jones for 3. No. Rebounded by Enterprise. Put back is in and good. Coden Hunt with the board and giving the bucket as well. And the lead back to 2, 39-37. Down low, lob it up, tipped by Wallen and into the hands of Jake Jones. Enterprise chance to tie or take the lead here. Wallen open for 3, takes the shot, just missed it. Rebounded by the Wildcats. And the lead stays with South Summit at 2. 39-37, 5:14, nearing the end of the game. Ball movement around the perimeter. Up top, Brady drives in, floats it in for 2 in the lane. 4-point game, 41-37. 4:56 to play in this game. 14 fouls each team. Enterprise has Ramos. Bounce to Doherty. Tries to kick it back out, but it's batted and stolen. On the other end is Beasley. Nick will be fouled as he goes up. And Nick will go to the line. He'll have 2 shots. And another player's hit their head on the floor. That's been a reoccurring theme throughout this entire tournament. Players go down and hitting their head on the floor. And luckily for Nick, that one not nearly as severe, but we've seen players had to be taken back into the locker room after hitting the court. 2 free throws. First is missed. Back in for Enterprise is Joe Shirtliff and Connor Phelps. Also the Wildcats will send in Jason McNeil, his first appearance in the game. One more is no good. Rebounded though by Ty Jones, and the Wildcats get the extra possession, but Jones will travel on the baseline and turn it right back over as Griffin will come into the game for the Wildcats. He'll sub in for Beasley. 4:39 left to go. It's a 4-point game. South Summit still with that slim advantage, but it's the largest of the game. Tied for the largest lead of the game. Hunt. Left to Shirtliff. Now up high is Phelps. Tries to bounce and it's kicked out by Jones. Enterprise will inbound in front of their own bench. Coden Hunt to throw this one in. Looks left, looks right, comes back, stolen on the inbound by South Summit. Now they have numbers on the other end. Ty Jones, bounce to Griffin, goes up and is fouled. And Griffin to the line and a chance to make this a 5 or even 6 point lead down the stretch midway fourth period. That is the second personal foul that will be given to Joe Shirtliff. 6th team foul, so bonus the rest of the way for South Summit as the free throw is missed. One more on the way. That one's good. It's a 5 point lead, largest of the game. 42-37, Enterprise trailing South Summit. Enterprise into the lane, Coden Hunt puts up the jumper, doesn't go down, but Doherty on the rebound. Can't finish, but he is fouled, and Doherty will go to the line, and he has 2 shots. That is a Santos foul, and he'll have to watch him as now he's in 4 with 4. 5th team foul for South Summit as the free throw is switched through from Doherty, and the lead back down to 4. Still a 2-possession game, but a chance for Doherty to make it 1 if he can convert here. Second free throw is good. 42-39. Timeout taken by Enterprise, and with 3:54 left to play in the fourth period, it's 42-39. Only a 3-point game in the Consolation Championship. A recap of some of the action that happened earlier on in the day. 2A girls Consolation final this morning was South Summit and North Summit, and the Lady Wildcats today upsetting North Summit, winning 44-32. And a disappointing trip through the tournament for the North Summit Lady Braves, coming out as the #1 overall seed out of Region 15, and will lose in that Consolation final game and will officially, I guess, finish in 6th place. Congratulations to South Summit for the upset, and they have the 5th place today. In the boys Consolation final, Parowan, Layton Christian. It was Layton Christian winning that game. And the girls' 3rd and 4th place game, Consolation Championship, North Severe and Manti. North Severe blows that one open. They win by 22, 53-31 over this year's Cinderella team, Manti Lady Templars. The North Severe will finish in 3rd, Manti 4th. And then that brings us to this game here. Enterprise, South Summit. Winner will finish in 3rd. 3:54 to play in the 4th period in a tight game. 42-39. South Summit with the 3-point lead and the basketball. Enterprise will pressure on the inbound play. Playing man-man defense. Trying to force a turnover across half court. Now on the other end is Ty Jones, dribbles and has to get rid of the basketball to Santos. Up high, now Griffin down low and can't convert, ball loose and out of bounds off of South Summit. Griffin has missed some good looks throughout this game underneath, but his team's still up by 3:30 to play in the game. Again, 16 fouls for Enterprise, 5 for South Summit. Enterprise looks to close this gap here, trailing 3. Coden Hunt to the rim and can't quite get it up to the backboard. Long outlet pass way ahead of Ty Jones. That was a full court pass that sailed out of bounds, and it goes back to Enterprise here. Enterprise has 3 players subbing into the game. Michael Doherty, Isaac Wallen, and Jake Jones. Enterprise will get the ball back here. Still a lot of time left in this game, with it only being a 3-point lead for South Summit. 3:10 to play. Connor Phelps to Jones. Thinks about a 3, but instead dumps it off to Doherty on the baseline. Spins, hooks it up, and will be short. Rebound Enterprise, put up in a foul. Michael Doherty will be fouled, and Michael will go to the line. He has 2 shots here. Foul is given to Santos. Nope, sorry. It's actually given to Jason McNeil. And that's McNeil's first, as the free throw is good and the lead cut to 2. Zach Atkinson checks back in for South Summit. Come in for McNeil. Second free throw is also good, and the lead is 1. Under 3 minutes to play. Both teams with 6 fouls, so it will be in the bonus for the rest of the game on the next foul. Santos across the timeline, able to find Griffin. Comes in angle to the lane, hooks it up and missed again, but gets a rebound. Griffin on the left side, drops it in, and it's 44-41 on a nice play by Griffin. For the tie, short by Jake Jones. Rebound to Michael Doherty, put back and in. Lead back to 1. 44-43. 2:25 to go. 1-point game in the consolation championship. Bracken Santos dumps it off to Ty Jones. Good feed to Griffin, drives in. Nice feed down low to Brady. Matt Brady spin around off the rim, and he will be fouled. Can't give him the shot, but 2 big free throws here for Matt Brady from the charity stripe. 17th foul for 17th foul for Enterprise. And the foul given to Michael Doherty, that is his 3rd. Matt Brady will have 2 shots here with 2:05 to play in the game. It's a close one, and he can convert the first. And that extends the lead for South Summit by 2. They've held the lead most of this half. In fact, it was the Wolves up by 2 at halftime, but it was South Summit coming out of the locker room to take the lead. It's been close the whole way, but it's been the Wildcats up as the second free throw is missed. Ty Jones bats it and out of bounds, and it will go towards Enterprise. 2-point game. Still 2 minutes to play. This game could really still go either way. Timeout taken by Enterprise. Clock reads 2:03 here at the Sevier Valley Center in a 45-43 game. A phenomenal matchup here in the quarterfinal, or in the consolation championship game. One more reminder of games up and coming after this one. At 5 o'clock is the scheduled tip-off time for the girls' state championship game between Delta and Kanab. Local radio coverage for that game, as well as live video coverage on Centricom Channel 10. And then the boys' state championship game at 7 o'clock tonight. That will be between Manti and Emory. Also local radio coverage and video coverage provided by Centricom Channel 10. Whoever can hold on to this game, again, will bring home 3rd place after this tournament. It's a 45-43 lead as of now for South Summit. Enterprise has been close the entire half, but not able to get over that hump to take the lead. They've been within 1, 2, sometimes 4. The largest lead of the game for South Summit has been 5. That was just for a short time. 2:03 to play after the timeout. It is going to be Enterprise basketball. We'll have the full court in front of them, and Giants is going to pressure on the inbound. They find Phelps, sorry. And Phelps will come across half court. Bounce left to Wallen. Cross court pass, Michael Doherty. Back Phelps. Left Michael. Clock is ticked down to 1:41. Nearing the end of this game, Enterprise is being very patient. They know they have plenty of time here, and a timeout taken by Enterprise. This is a crucial possession. Want to make sure they get it right, because if they cannot convert here, they're down by 2, then they have to get a defensive stop. So Enterprise will want to make sure they can get this one right. They will have the possession coming out of the timeout. You can see on your scoreboard, 1:32 left to go in the fourth period of play. And just a slim 2-point lead for the South Summit Wildcats, 45-43, sorry, over the Enterprise Wolves. Foul situation, 17 fouls right now for Enterprise, 16 fouls for South Summit. A couple players in this game has 4, but as of right now, nobody has fouled out of this game. The teams will break the huddles and come back onto the court with 1:32 left to play. Again, Enterprise basketball. See what they've drawn up during the timeout. Trailing by 2. Michael Doherty will throw this one in. Finds Phelps. Dribbles up top. Sets the offense. Wallen. Jake Jones for the lead. Missed it off the front rim. Rebounded. No, Jones steals it away right out of the hands of Griffin. And the extra possession for Enterprise. Another 3. Wallen is no good. Went up high and over the backboard. And it will go back towards South Summit. 2 look threes to take the lead. And neither of them dropped down. Coden Hunt will check in with 1:11. Enterprise still has time. They don't have to foul. They can go for a steal. They're only trailing by 2. 1:06 to play in the game. Danzy will take it across the timeline. No, it is Gines. Feeds it down low to Jones. Griffin left. Santos. He'll come left. Timeout taken by South Summit. And a crucial possession for them now. A score here for the Wildcats will make it very, very tough for Enterprise to make something happen. It could turn into a foul game at that point, depending on what happens on the other end. If Enterprise can get a stop, then they're only trailing by 2 with the basketball left. 49.5 seconds to go in this game. Seventeen fouls. Once again, as a reminder for Enterprise, so South Summit is in the bonus. South Summit only has 16 fouls, so not officially in the bonus as Enterprise, but they will be on the next one. As the teams break the huddles and come back out onto the floor, it is going to be Wildcat basketball. And they will have the inbound play in the front court with 49.5 on the clock. Inbound to the backside to Santos, and the clock is ticking down to 45. Santos is fouled coming across half court. And that will put Santos on the line. An early foul with 46 seconds to play, 45.7. Santos with 1 and 1. If he can hit both, it will be a 2-possession game. One free throw would still keep it within reach on 1 possession. And it will get the first one. 46-43. 45.7 to go. Enterprise trailing South Summit by a triple. And the second free throw is no good. Enterprise will rebound, and they are 1-3 away from tying this game at the end. Ramos to Phelps. Don't necessarily need a 3. You can get a 2 and then foul, but you've got to score quickly if that's the plan, and timeout taken by Enterprise. Phelps was in trouble, and a timeout had to be taken, stopping the clock at 30.4. Another full timeout for the Wolves. And now with 30 seconds left to play, still probably don't have to take a 3. If you can drive in and get a 2, maybe hope for a foul, pull it within 1 point Then you can quickly foul and hope for some missed free throws on the other end. And then possibly win it on a 2 or a 3-point shot. 18 fouls now for Enterprise. Still only 6 for South Summit. Nobody has fouled out of this game. After the Enterprise timeout, Travis Doherty will inbound for the Wolves. 30.4 seconds to go. Inbound to Connor Phelps, 26 seconds. Phelps being harassed by Jones, pivots around, gets rid of the basketball to Doherty. Clock down to 20 seconds. Perimeter defense is tight for South Summit. They almost come away with a steal, not giving any breathing room on the perimeter. Doherty with 10 seconds. Around the end, here's Hunt. Throws a 3 up and it will be no good. Rebounded by Doherty and he gets a 3 and he missed it. Connor will fling one up behind his head and that will do it. End of the game. And Enterprise not able to hit the shots and South Summit will hold on to win. 46-43 is the final.